So good morning. So in today's class we are going to learn about the arbitrage or having the arbitrage possibilities for earning the profit. So before moving on to these problems, let me give a quick introduction of arbitrage. What is arbitrage? So arbitrage or arbitrages are persons who are going to take the price differential advantage. What they're going to do? They're going to take the price differential advantage. How they are going to take the price differential advantage? They're going to buy where the price is very less, and they're going to sell where the market price is more for that particular product or the currencies. Take for example, there are two markets. Take for example, one is Mandya market and Bangalore market, and the price of the tomato is 80 rupees in Mandya, 100 rupees in Bangalore. Being a seller or a buyer, what we will do? We will buy in Mandya market for 80 rupees and we will sell in Bangalore market. If a person does like this, what he will get? For 1 kg he is paying 80 rupees, he is buying at 80 rupees, he is selling at 100 rupees, means he will get 20 rupees profit. That is arbitrage. They are going to take the price differential advantage. They are going to buy where the market price is less for the product, and they are going to sell where the market price is high for the particular product. By that they will take the advantage, or they are going to make the profit having price differential. So that is arbitrage. So that is the meaning of arbitrage. So once that is done, you can see the problem. The problem number 1, how he is going to make the profit. The problem is given. The forex market has given the following data. One is spot rate is given in the problem, that is 86.50. 6 months forward rate. Spot rate is nothing but here the immediate transaction happens, that is T plus 2. This is already discussed while I was giving information regarding the theory. The spot rate is nothing but immediate transaction happens, that is T plus 2. T is nothing but transaction day plus 2 days, 2 business working days. Within that you will get the transaction done. But 6 months forward rate is nothing but after, in the future, after 30 days or 60 days, what will be the exchange rate. 6 months forward rate is 88.50 per $1. Spot rate is nothing but if you are making transaction for spot rate, you will get for $1 86.50 rupees. After 6 months the rate is 88.50 for $1. That is done. Spot is given, forward is given. Spot is nothing but immediate transaction happens. Forward is nothing but after 6 months the rate will be 88.50. Then annualized interest rate on 6 months rupees, that is for India the interest rate is 12%. If you are buying or selling the currencies, the interest rate is, if you are borrowing or investing, if you are borrowing investing rupees, means you will get 12% interest rate, you will pay or you will receive. Annualized interest rate on 6 months dollars. If you are investing or borrowing dollar, means there is 8% interest rate. This is clear. If India means 12%, if America or dollar means 8%. This is also important. Next, what is the premium or discount on dollar? What is the interest rate differential between US and India? Is there any incentive for covered interest arbitrage? That's the first question. The second is, assume the arbitrage is borrowing rupees 100. Rupees 100 means is borrowing in India. If he is borrowing in India, means only there are two markets. One is India and one more is America or US. Here if you are borrowing, means if you are borrowing in India, means then obviously is going to invest on USA. Take for example, instead of rupees, here the dollar is given, what you will do? You will borrow in US, obviously will invest in India. Understood? Then this is next. How can an arbitrage take advantage of the situation, how we will make the profit out of this situation. That is your problem. Then there is no transaction cost, and there is an assumption for this kind of problem, there is no transaction cost. If the transaction cost is also given, then you should ignore. For this kind of problem, no, there will be no transaction cost. Simply they will give this line for your, just to confuse you, that's it, and there is no need to take all these adjustments, and this is a problem. And for solving this kind of problem, there is one rule. What is the rule? The rule is that if the interest rate differential is greater than premium or difference. What is interest rate differential? Interest rate differential is this one, 12, 8. This is 12, this is 8. The interest rate differential, that is interest rate differential equals, what is just 12 is there, 12 minus 8. Differential is nothing but difference. 12 minus 8 equals, how much you will get? 4%. One is done. One more is premium or discount. The rule is that interest rate differential, that is this 4%, is greater than premium or discount. Premium or discount we are going to find out now. If this is greater than premium or discount, then what we need to do? We need to place or invest the money in the currency that has a higher rate of interest. If this is greater, if interest rate differential is greater, we need to invest on whichever the interest rate is high. Which is high? Here India is high. We need to invest here. Take for example, this interest rate differential is less, premium or discount is more. We need to invest in less interest. You need to read this line. This is very important. Be very careful. This entire paragraph is important. If interest rate differential is greater than premium or discount, obviously we will invest on higher interest rate. If interest rate differential is lesser than premium or discount, you will invest in lesser interest rate. This is our first step. Then we know interest rate differential. We know the interest rate differential is 4%. Next, what is our calculation? Premium or discount. First, what you want to do, you need to write the solution. Interest rate differential equals 12 minus 8%, that is 4%. Then we need to calculate premium or discount. We don't know whether it is premium or discount. For premium, this is forward premium or discount. For this calculation, I already given a formula. In the second or third class, I has given already this premium or discount formula. The formula goes like forward rate minus spot rate divided by spot rate into 12 divided by n into 100. It might be, if month is given, then 12. If days are given, then it is 365. That is already given in this problem. Here what they told, 6 months forward rates. 6 months means it is in the month calculation, that is 12 by n into 100. Next, right, as per the formula, forward rate is, it's in the problem itself. What is the forward rate? 88.50 minus spot rate is 86.50 divided by spot rate is 86.50 into 12. This 12 is constant, divided by n is nothing but how many number of months? 6 into 100. Do the calculation. And remember, this problem is very important, and definitely this problem will come for examination. 88.50 minus 86.5 divided by 86.50 into 12 by 6 into 100. So what is the percentage? The percentage is 6.6242. that is 4.6242 or 43 you can make, or you can take 4.6%. One is enough, or 2 digits also fine, or 4.62. Now I told this is premium or discount. Don't bother about anything if it is negative or positive. Then here, as I told, the rule is nothing but if interest rate differential is greater than premium or discount, invest in higher rate. If interest rate differential is less than premium or discount, invest in lower rate. If this is clear, then entire problem will be very easy. Now interest rate differential is 4%. Interest rate differential is this. Interest rate differential is 4 and the premium or discount is 4.62. Now what is your conclusion? What is your conclusion? The conclusion will be interest rate differential is 4 and premium or discount is 4.62, which is greater. Here interest rate differential is lesser than premium or discount. Premium or discount is more. Then what we need to do? We need to invest in lower rate of interest. Now come back to the problem. Here you tell me which is the lower rate. The lower rate is US. US has a lower rate, that is 8% compared to this two. If take for example, if in the question interest rate differential is more, what you will do? You will invest in India because it is higher rate. But now the interest rate differential is lesser than the premium or discount, so that you need to invest in USA. And they are also given a clue that arbitrager is buying rupees 10,000 means obviously is going to invest in US market. Hope you can understand. So this is a rule. As per this rule, you need to write this rule. As per this rule, premium or discount is more than interest rate differential, so we need to invest in a lower rate. The lower rate is nothing but dollar. We are invest in US market. Invest in US market. You need to write a conclusion. Since interest rate differential is smaller than the premium, you need to write the sentence. Since interest rate differential is smaller than the premium, it is beneficial to place or invest the money where interest rate is greater. In this problem, the interest rate is more for US. Make a correction. Where the interest rate is lower, here in the problem the lower rate is US market. Written the sentence. The interest rate differential is smaller than premium or discount, then it is beneficial to place or invest in the market where the interest rate is lower. The lower is nothing but US market. If this much is clear, again they are going to ask one more question. This question is done. We have done the calculation. We have find out premium or discount. We know the interest rate differential, and we did all the calculation. We wrote the conclusion. Here premium or discount is more than interest rate differential, then invest in US market. That is done. Then they are also asked for the second question. Assume the arbitrager is borrowing rupees 10,000. If he is borrowing means, then obviously will invest here in the US market. And then how can arbitrager take advantage of this situation? How this arbitrager, who is an arbitrager? The person who is going to take the advantage of price differential. Price differential is nothing but he is going to buy where the market price is lower and he is going to sell where the market price is higher. Then he is going to make some profit out of this price differential. Then he is going to ask how he is going to make the profit. Then there are certain steps for the calculation. First one, what is the calculation? First one is, write down steps for calculation. Then first step, what is the first step? What is the first step? He is going to borrow rupees 10,000 to borrow rupees 10,000. Simply is going to borrow. Whether he is going to simply borrow the amount, no, he can't buy simply. There is an interest rate. If you want to borrow in the Indian market, the interest rate is 12%. He is taking 10,000, paying 12% of interest to borrow rupees 10,000 at a interest rate of how much? 12%. For how many months? For how many months? For 6 months. For 6 months. Next, now he borrowed from Indian market. What is his next step? Once he borrowed, he need to invest in, where he will invest? If he is borrowing from Indian market means obviously he will invest in US market. Invest in US at interest rate of how much interest rate? If he is investing in US means his interest rate is 8%. Interest rate of 8% for 6 months. Okay, he has borrowed amount in rupees. He is investing in US market. If he wants to invest in US market, obviously we need to convert that amount. Simply we can't invest rupees in US market because US market accepts only dollar. The transaction can be made in the form of dollar itself, not in the form of rupees. Understood? If you want to invest rupees 10,000 in US means he need to convert. What is this next step? Convert the currency to US dollar, or convert rupees 10,000 to US dollar. Convert rupees 10,000 to US dollar. If it is only after converting only we can invest. Done. How he is going to convert this 10,000 into US? How we can make? That is rupees 10,000 divided by how much? What is the spot rate? The spot rate is 86.50. Now he is converting. That is 88 point how much? 88.50. 88.50. So what will be the, how many dollars it will come? 10,000 divided by 88.50, that comes to 112.99. Sorry, this is not 88.60, this is 86.50. So make a small correction. We need to convert as per spot rate. This is spot rate. Make a correction. 10,000 divided by 86.50, that comes to $115.61. To get this 115.61, we made all the calculation. First we borrowed 10,000 from India. when we are investing in US market. To invest in US market, we need to convert the currency. After converting, in which rate you need to convert? You need to convert in spot rate. After converting, we got 115.61. This we need to invest in, where we need to invest in US market. We converted. After converting, we will invest. Done. So now we are investing. Fourth one you can write it down. Invest in US market. And if you want to invest, what is the interest rate he is going to get? How much interest rate? 8% he will get here. 8%. That is, how much he is investing? How much he is investing? After conversion, his investment is 115.61 into how many percent rate of interest? 8%. Into how many months? For 6 months. This you are clear. Once he borrowed money, he is going to invest in US market. If you want to invest, you should convert the money to US dollar. Then he is going to invest in US market with the return of 8% for 6 months. If you have done the calculation, 115.61 into 8 divided by 100 into 6 divided by 12. So how much is the interest rate? 4.6244. This is the interest rate. Interest rate he will get for investing 115.61. Now what is the total amount? What is the total amount? Total amount is nothing but principal amount plus interest. Principal amount is nothing but 115.61, this much. Then for investing that one, he is going to get 4.6244. Add it, that is, add 115.61 plus principal plus interest 4.6244. 115.61 plus 4.2244 equals 120.234 you can take. So this is in the form of dollar. So this amount is nothing but total amount. Total amount of what? He is investing in US market and he is going to get some interest. This is the interest rate. This is the interest rate he is going to get, and the total amount will be $120. Again, I will come back from step number 1. We got all these things and we concluded we can have an advantage. Then what is the advantage? First, he is going to borrow rupees 10,000. How we are going to conclude that? We need to invest in lower rate. Lower rate is dollar. First we will borrow. We will invest in US market. To invest in US market, we need to convert, because like that only we can't invest rupees in US market. For that we need to convert the currency. We converted 10,000 divided by spot rate. Through spot rate we converted this amount, and he is investing in US market with interest rate of 8%, and he is going to get 4.6244 interest. Principal plus interest will be $120. This much of amount is going to get for investing rupees 10,000. Done. Till 4th step you got understood. Then step number 5. Step 5. Now we invested in US market, then he got $120. Then what is the next step? What is the next step? Next step is sell US dollar at 6-month forward rate in India. Next, sell US dollar at 6 months forward rate in India. If you want to sell US dollar, what you need to do? You need to convert, is it? Next is going to convert the dollar. Why you need to convert? If you want to sell US dollar in India means you need to convert the amount. How much total dollar is having? And convert the dollar at forward rate. We converted using spot rate. We are selling in forward rate. This is important. Be very careful here. Then how much dollar he is having? What is the total value of dollar? He is having how much? $120. He is having $120. 120.236 for $1. What is the forward rate? For $1, what is the forward rate? The forward rate is 88.50. 88.50. If you are multiplying 120 into 120.230 into 88.50, we are going to get 10,640.355. This is nothing but rupees. This is nothing but dollar. We converted dollar into rupees with forward rate. Now how much we got? We got this amount. Done. Next, he sold US dollar in India for forward rate, and we got this much of amount. And you remember, first we borrowed rupees 10,000 in Indian market for how much? 12% interest rate we borrowed. We need to return that amount. Next, return the debt. Debt is nothing but initially we borrowed rupees 10,000 from Indian market. Return the debt borrowed. How much we borrowed? We borrowed rupees 10,000 including interest, plus interest we borrowed, plus interest was, how much was interest? Like 10,000 into 12% was the interest rate here, don't get confused, divided by 100 into how many months? For 6 months. How much you will get? 10,000 into 12, 10,000 into 12 by 100 into 6 divided by 12, we are going to get 600. 10,000 plus 600 equals 10,600. This much was the amount. We borrowed a loan of 10,000 plus we paid interest of 600. Total is 10,600. This much of amount we got in India. Done. This much of amount we need to return. We borrowed 10,000 plus interest. This was the amount we need to pay back. Understood? We borrowed 10,000. For that we are paying interest of 600. Total amount is 10,600. This amount we need to return to India. Done. Next, after returning 10,600, last one is the profit earned from arbitrage advantage or price differential. How you are going to conclude? We got, after selling US dollar, we got 10,640.355. Then we returned the amount of 10,600. Even after returning, there is a remaining amount of 40.355. This 40.355, this is nothing but the advantage we made by taking the price differential. This is the final amount. This is the profit we made. This is nothing but profit earned. That is 40.355. And when we are dealing with the foreign exchange market, we are dealing in crores of rupees. When that crores of, for 10,000 we got 40 rupees profit. Take for example, if you're doing in crores of business, then we'll crores of transaction, then this amount may get bigger. So this is the entire transaction. Once again I will repeat, this is important question. Once this question is asked, spot rate will be given, forward rate will be given, the interest rate of both the currencies or both country currencies will be given. Then the first step is taking this rule. Based on this rule, as I said, what is the rule? This is the rule. You can see here, if interest rate differential is greater than premium or discount, then invest in higher market. If interest rate differential is lesser than the premium or discount, then they are going to invest in lower rate. That is the first thing. Then interest rate differential is nothing but this to interest rate differential. And then premium or discount we are going to calculate using the formula. Then we got 4.62. Here see the difference. 4 is interest rate differential, 4.62 is premium or discount. Then having that, here the premium or discount is greater, then we are going to invest in lower rate. Here the lower rate is nothing but US market rate, that is 8%. If you want to invest in US market, means first we need to borrow from Indian market. Then step goes like this. First we borrowed rupees 10,000 at an interest rate of 12% for how many months? 6 months. That is done. Second one, after borrowing we need to invest in US market. Done. We need to invest in US market at 8% interest for 6 months. So if you want to invest, first what we need to do, we need to convert the amount. How we are going to convert? We are converting based on spot rate. Immediate conversion we are making. 10,000 divided by 86.50, we will get $115.61. Because to invest in US market, this should be in the form of dollar, not in the form of rupees. Then invest in US market. We need to invest. Simply we will not invest. We will get a return of 8% for 6 months. How much interest we are getting? We are getting 4.6244 interest is getting. Total how much? 115 invested plus interest of 4 will get 120.234. This much is clear. Then after taking this amount, we will sell in Indian market. For every problem the same calculation, but the changes will be different, like currencies will be different. It might be pound or Australian dollar, or it might be real or yen or anything, or pound sterling or anything. It will be, the steps will be same. Then fifth step is sell US dollar. We have the total amount of how much? 120.234. We are going to sell in the Indian market for forward rate 88.50. Then we got total amount of 10,640.355. That is done. Then last one is, initially we borrowed how much rupees? Rupees 10,000 at rate of 12%. We need to return this amount. We borrowed, this is a loan for us, this is a debt for us. We need to return it. This we need to return. 10,000 is initial amount, this is the principal amount, plus interest rate is 600. The total amount is 10,600. This much we need to return. We had a cash of 10,640.355. We need to return 10,600. Then obviously the profit is 40.355. This is how the calculation goes. For every problem, the calculation, all the things are same. In the question itself, they will given how much he is going to borrow. Based on that, you need to follow all these steps. First borrow, then invest. For investing, you need to convert. After conversion, is going to invest in US market. Then after getting that, is going to sell. Then you are going to return the debt borrowed at initial one. Then the following step. Done. Then for a 15 marks, this kind of question is asked. Then this rupees is not given. If this thing is not given, then make an assumption how much ever the currency is going to borrow or sell. Take for example, in the question, this 10,000 is not given, and they are going to assume yourself how much amount you need to borrow. Then you can assume as whatever comes to your mind, you can take it and you can do the calculation. Thank you.